In 6th grade, we have been studying the weather unit, and today I decided to use 3 strategies to help the students with this. One of them was called Give Me 5, and so I had the students come up with some ideas, and I asked each table to give me an answer. So those were the top 5 answers, so that was on the Give Me 5. Think on that one again. Break one. Okay, there's no habitat for our animals anymore that live in the rainforest, right? Ethan.
Like tractors and stuff go in there, and like logmen and stuff, and they cut down the tree.
Okay, so how does that affect you?
It's no habitat for animals, like he said, and no oxygen.
Okay, that's what I was looking for. If you cut down the trees, what happens to your oxygen supply?
It gets cut off.
All right, so then we're not making new oxygen in that area because we cut those trees down. Okay. All right.
Like new ones. What?
Good. Pollution. All those things that Ethan was saying when they were cutting down the logging and all that stuff that they're doing, all that pollution's going up into the air, right?
Greenhouse gases.
Greenhouse gases. And then that makes global warming.
Did you say
Right? Yes. Greenhouse gases.
It melts all those glaciers.
I thought you said greenhouse gases.
Noah, what would you like to tell me, Noah? My second strategy I used today was think, ink, pair, share. And on that, we talked about storms. And I had 4 different storms that they had to write some ideas about. They actually had to think. They had to ink, which was write it. Then they had to pair up with a partner and share that information with each other. And then we finished the activity by actually going up to chart paper and writing down their main thought for each of those 4 activities. Thunderstorms, hailstorms, tornadoes, and hurricanes. Those were the 4 main storms that we were talking about. And then so think means do what? What is the think part?
Use your brain.
Think about it. Good. Ink means to do what?
Write down.
Write about it. All right. Pair means what?
Talk about it.
Partners. Good. And share means talk about it. Good. And then we'll write it down on the chart. Right there. Everybody understand? Okay. Your table has a color, so if I give blue to this table, I will know that blue has been on all 4 charts, so I'll know that this table is gone, okay? If that table has pink, I'm looking for pink to be on every chart. Hold on to your question. So when I see 6 colors on every chart, then I know that every table has done something. Everybody needs to write at least 1 time. Some people get to write twice. On the phone. Everybody's ready. You got a minute. Don't write anything. This is a thinking time.
What were you thinking about?
All right. Time starts now. You have about 30 seconds left in your thinking. All right, time. Now, whatever you were thinking, I need you to write. So under each topic, here are the 4 topics. You need to have factor 2. Let's go with 2. You can pick the best one. List it under each topic. Okay? So list 2.
Hailstorms, hail forms in clouds, and they go up and down until they get too heavy, and then they drop. So what else did you get?
I said the hurricanes. A hurricane is considered a tornado when it hits land.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Because it starts at sea.
Alright. Hailstorms form in clouds and the updraft
In that area.
Started with thunderstorms. You see, when the thunderstorm starts, you can see lightning in the clouds.
Yeah, the camera
The
shows
second one, the lightning strikes the ground sometimes, and lightning strikes the ground sometimes, and sometimes as it goes, different paths. I get to do all of them?
Yeah.
Hailstorm. Alright, bro.
You gonna do hail? Okay. So you gonna do that? Alright, Mandy. Me what? Let's make sure our information is accurate. Y'all can help me with this. Okay? Alright, the largest hail ball was 10 times larger than a golf ball.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. They go up in the air to form ice.
Yep.
Yes. Remember,
Right.
the longer it stays in the cloud, the bigger the hailstorm is. Alright. Hard ice pellets. They're usually golf ball sized. Can they be smaller than that?
Yep.
Yeah, they said pea size, right? They can last up to 3 hours. That would be an awful storm. Normally they're pretty quick in and out. And last one, hailstorms are made up of ice.
Yep.
Okay? When do we usually get hailstorms?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Mine first.
On hurricanes. Hurricanes destroy people's homes and coastlines. They also form over warm water and cause storm surge. That was a lot of information in one. Good job. Tropical storm that has strong winds. Hurricanes must be over 74 miles per hour to be a hurricane. Good information, Noah. Alright, this is tornadoes. Tornadoes pick up objects and throw the object in a different location. Canada and Oklahoma are where the most tornadoes form. Remember this tornado alley, kind of right there in the middle of the U.S. Tornadoes are very powerful, whirling winds of air that destroy everything in its path. And then our final strategy was just an overall review of Chapter 12, which is the weather chapter in my book. And I had 5 beach balls that I wrote the information on. And the students were given 5 groups, and they were to toss the beach ball back and forth. And whatever their right thumb landed on when they caught the ball, that's the one item they had to tell about. And we did rotate tables, so they got to go to all of the tables to give the information. One was on fronts, one was on vocabulary, one was on different weather instruments, and then one was on clouds. And they had to go to each table to explain them. And with this being 6th grade, I just tried to keep it to 3 strategies to try to help them learn more about their chapter. Every ball has different information on it. One of them has all the fronts on it. Okay, so when you hoop it, hoop like this. When you hoop it to your partner, wherever your right thumb lands is the front, you're going to tell me. What's my thumb pointing to? What's that front?
Station.
So that's what I want you to do. So when you catch it, whichever one your right thumb points to, you're going to tell everybody what front that is. If they make a mistake, you can correct them. It's okay. So we're reviewing. There's also one on clouds. So all the types of clouds. And there's prefixes in here too. Okay, so prefix for a cloud, alto, you need to know what alto means as far as clouds go. So that's cloud. There is one for weather instruments. Wind vane, anemometer, Doppler radar. So where your thumb lands, tell what that weather instrument is for, how we use it. There's one ball for storms. We've been talking a lot about storms, so all the storms are on here. Okay? If you don't know something, it's okay to ask me, or ask the people that you're hooping the ball to. And then the last one is for vocabulary. So it has to be a vocabulary word, so you should know the definition of those. We have 5 balls.
Serious.
No, because that's cumulus. That's cumulus.
White puffy thing.
Okay.
Oh, I know the answer to all of them. Clouds.
Remember, it's a dark rain cloud. Oh, you're so smart. Serious, it's a transparent cloud.
Lay the ball down.
Bruh.
Rotate table. Where are we going? Y'all this way, y'all that way. Oh, we here. Hey guys, y'all scoot over that way. Just go over there. Go over there. See, let's get in that little area over there. Go in that whole open area. Tell me about it. Like, cirrus cloud is a high level cloud made of ice. All right, which one's your hand on? High what? High what? High pressure. Who's? Brittany's cheating.
The green station model. It's a model like a fashion show. Wind vane. It's a model. Okay, a station model is a station model is a model for science.
Stop. Station model. What do we get at a station model? Let's go over there. Clouds.
The speed, the wind,
Speed,
temperature, the air
Good.
pressure.
Excellent. All that's at a station model. All right, who can take it?
Okay, toss it. I gotta figure out what it is. Oh my God! This is a stupid girl.
Out of the strategies I used today, I did find that some of them worked a lot better than the others did. And the one, the Think, Ink, Pair, Share that we used, I noticed in my first two classes this morning that it took an awful lot of time. So then I started timing them and giving them a certain amount of time for each part of the activity. And once I did that, it went much faster. So by the end of the day, my classes moved much smoothly through that. As far as having difficulty with the beach ball challenge today when they were hooping the beach ball back and forth, it's difficult for sixth graders to focus on hooping the ball, not throwing and hitting people with the ball. And also, they're having so much fun, they forget why they're doing it sometimes when we're reviewing. So that's the first time they've tried that. So I think that would go better the second time. But as far as being good strategy, I think it is a good strategy. And also, we talked a little bit about maybe making it a group activity and having the entire class do it, and me as a teacher hoop the ball to the students. That way I keep them on task a little better. But overall, I think they're both really good for a chapter review, which is what I used them for. On one of my classes today, we actually finished my activity early and we had some time left over. So as an exit slip, I used the beach balls individually. Each table brought up their beach ball and they had to individually tell me what each item on there was. For example, the clouds. The first girl had to say cirrus clouds and she had to explain what cirrus clouds were. And then she passed the ball to the next person on her team and they read the next type of cloud. So that it was a review for the entire class, but it was an exit slip for just that table. So each table had their own information. So if you run out of time when you're doing the beach ball activity, that is a real good activity to end with.